Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1 million bucks, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only, Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Yeah, man. Got one. Hey, you know, I think of my life in terms of blessings. You know, I take mostly a positive approach and a positive spin to my life. I hardly ever dwell on, I can't say that I don't think about the what's wrong in it because I have to address problems as they arise. But I try not to let them consume me. I let the consumption part be about the blessings, the positive things that has occurred in my life, the good things that God has done for me, the power that he's displayed in my life, the protection he's given me over the years, to being tucked under his wings. I focus on the things that he promises me. I think of all the goodness that I perceive to come my way. I think that has a lot to do with me learning more and more about the law of attraction in terms of, you know, what you think and what you put out in the space, and what you pray about is what you receive, you know. And so I've become better and better at that. It's not to say that I'm not human and I don't have moments where I think a little bit too long about what's going wrong and what enemy is about to attack and what they're going to do and say and all of this here. So that's not to say that I'm not concerned about it, but I try to dwell mostly on the positive. And one of the things that I learned, you can have an incredible life. All of us, we can have incredible lives if we just let God drive. See, the problem that I had years ago was I was the driver of my life, and I was taking myself in the directions that I thought would be best for me. And I aimed at things that I thought I could accomplish. And I set goals that I saw myself being able to attain. I was driving. When I gave up and I let God drive, I then opened up my mind and my spirit to what God had for me, for what God could see for me, for what God could do in my life, for what God wanted for me. Now, he wanted for me and he wanted of me. See, that's the connection that you got to try to make. Well, not try. That's the connection that you got to make to really get it. Now, listen to me. What I don't want you to do is do like me. Don't be afraid of the what for, of the what he wants you to do part. See, because that ain't going to be nearly as demanding and as offsetting as you think it's going to be. See, I thought that if I did God's will, that if I let God tell me what to do, that it would cause me to not to be able to do some things I wanted to do. Well, which is true, but the stuff I wanted to do was all detrimental to my well-being and my future and my growth and development as a man. I was stopping my own growth as a man because, see, I was doing what I thought I should do as a man. But when you give it over to God, see, God has a much better plan for you than you can ever have for yourself. And God knows a better way, far better than the one you know. I want you to believe that, man. You got to understand that part of it. And that's the part that I finally got through my head, to let God do it his way and to show me a better way and to teach me a better way and expose to me a better way. And when I opened up my mind to what God was talking about, I began to see things totally differently, and things started coming to me totally differently. If you've been a friend of mine or a fan of mine over the years, I mean, you've had to see it, the change. You've had to see the difference. I mean, and I acknowledge that every chance I get, because I promised God I would, and I hope that I'm not falling short in that category. But then again, if I told it all day long what he done for me, I still wouldn't have enough time to really explain thoroughly what he's done for me, because it's such a continuous growth in me. But now, that's not to say that I'm finished or I'm done or I'm complete, because I'm still short. You can't be him. You can strive for perfection. I hear people saying it all the time. I applaud you for saying you want to be perfect, but you ain't. And you can't. So you quit saying it. You quit saying it to me. Quit saying it to other people. I'm seeking a life of perfection, but it's something that you cannot have because he said you can't do it. But that's what he there for. He there for the moments when you stumble and you fall. And you gonna stumble and fall. So you got to get that part right, man. The stumbling, falling part is coming. But see, you get God in your life and it helps you so that you don't stumble, fall, wallow, roll over, lay there, languish. That's what God is for. So when you stumble and fall, you get back up, because you're going to make mistakes. You're going to get it wrong. You're going to come under attack. You're going to be lied about. You are going to be falsely accused. That's going to happen to you the moment you make a decision to do better. The moment you try to be more. The devil got to send his attackers, man, and he controls certain people. He just got people that's on his side 24/7. You know them too. You've all met one or two of them in your life. They just busy with the business of nothingness. They just busy about the destruction of others. You say, I know them. You know them. They coming. But here's what you got to hold fast to. They can't take away nothing from you that God gave you. They didn't make you. See, people who claim to have made you, if they so in the make you business, why don't they make themselves? Or if they ain't with you no more and they so busy in them I made you business, why don't they make somebody else? Since you want to get credit for making somebody, make yourself. If you're responsible for someone else's success, then you should easily be able to take claim and be responsible for your own success. See, be careful of that. And don't change your course because somebody's attacking you with that. I just hope, man, that I'm giving it to God the way I said I would give it to him. That I would unload every chance I got that I was supposed to, without being, oh, here he come again. I try not to be that. But, man, I don't know what else to be for the first 12 minutes of my show. What else you want me to say? I got 4 hours. I can't give God 12 minutes, man. I mean, for real, Steve? Come on, man. I mean, let's look at this right here. If you giving honor to God just 12 minutes out the day, dog, he gave you 24 hours of luxury and life and breath and hope and promise. You ain't got 12 minutes to give him out the day? That don't make no sense. What an exchange. What a wonderful life God has given me in exchange for so small of effort that I put forth. Don't let the effort you got to put forth to God seem so daunting that you don't attempt to do it, because, man, it seems like a lot. It ain't nothing compared to what he be giving us, for real. So if you want a real life, you want a real shot at what you can be, what you can have, what you can own, what you can become, who you really are, go to God, let him fix you, man. That's all.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Another great morning, another great day to be alive. This is the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Man, look at here. Yo, all day. Shirley Strawberry.
Good morning, Steve. Happy Monday after Resurrection Day to you.
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for another day. Carla Farrell.
Amen, amen. Hey, Steve, what's up, crew?
Hey.
That damn Junior.
Morning, everybody. He has risen. Yes, he is.
Yes, he has.
He lives.
Better
Yes,
know
sir.
J. Anthony.
I didn't like to go to Easter, church on Easter. Now they cancel it, and I'm sad. I'm like really damn sad, man.
So you was gonna go?
No.
I wasn't gonna go at all, but it's canceled. That's what I'm saying. Now you can't not go to nothing. There's nothing to go to. You know what I'm talking about?
Nephew Tommy.
Big doggy dog. It's Monday morning. Top.
Did the guy cancel his service yesterday, that minister down in
No, he had over
In Baton
1,100.
Rouge?
He had how many?
How many people?
Over 1,100 parishioners.
Pastor Tony Spell out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Because you know what they said they were going to do? The police said they were going to be there and photograph all the cars and everybody and possibly issue citations. And then they were talking about and possibly forced quarantine.
None of that happened.
Yeah.
Well, they may set up a case for him later because he did
Maybe.
defy
Yeah.
the home stay-at-home orders for sure.
There was a church in Kansas that did it too. They said
Yes.
they had like 3 services.
Yes, I saw that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was
All over
like-
the country, there were some
Yeah.
churches that held, in-person
I mean, I
services.
hope that the people are safe, but you know what I mean? There are times you have to understand something. Shepherds make mistakes too.
Out of 1,100, you think it ain't one in there with that?
They sent
no,
buses
there's
and
one in there.
everything to pick them up, and
Yeah.
they were
Yeah, there's
touching
one in
all
there.
of that. All of that.
See,
Tom.
but that's social distancing has to be practiced in this time, y'all. It does. Look, I'm a man of faith. I love God. I believe in Him. I believe He's all powerful and can do anything. But I also believe that you don't test Him. He gives us science for a reason.
Yeah,
He gives us medicine for a
absolutely.
reason. He gives us wisdom and understanding. We have laws for a reason. Yeah, I mean, we believe in God, but you still can't do more than 20 in a school zone. You feel me? That ain't got nothing to do with your faith in God. You can't do 20 in a school zone.
That's the law.
That's
Protect
Yeah.
the kids.
come on.
Well,
That's the
why?
law.
And you don't
No.
defy that.
Yeah, I got the faith that I ain't gonna hit nobody. Wait a minute. No, we have laws in place. So when these laws come out to protect the general public, you shouldn't put your flock at risk. You just shouldn't. You just shouldn't, man. It's just because you don't know. See, the devil is busy. You don't know which person know they sick. I'm gonna go down there and infect somebody. Just like that lady walked in the grocery store coughing on all that food and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
man,
Philly.
See, you got you don't know who at work here, man. I
you
feel
gotta
bad.
use- Yeah. All right, listen. We're living in crazy times, Steve. Coming up at 32 minutes after the hour, we'll talk more about some of the country's churches that were being defiant regarding Easter services and ignored the public health guidelines. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
So yesterday, Easter service was different. Many churches remained closed. They held virtual online services as a part of the nationwide effort to slow down the spread of the coronavirus. Really, that's what all churches should have done. But no, that's not what all churches did. A number of churches across the country held services going against the stay-home orders, like Pastor Tony Spell. We talked about him earlier, Steve, the one in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He had over 1,100 parishioners attend his Easter service. The pastor said his faith would protect him and his churchgoers from getting sick. Take a listen to
Spell says if anyone in his congregation is infected with COVID-19, he will heal them through God.
I want to address that by laying hands on them and praying for them and believing God to heal their body.
Yeah, okay. See
Pastor,
right there.
Yeah, he went on to say, Pastor Spell, he is the first responder. Take a listen to this.
When the paramedics can't get there, when the law enforcement can't get there, the Holy Ghost can get there, and it'll make a difference in somebody's life.
Let's keep watch on this 1100 right here and see what happens.
Wow, that's scary, man.
It really is.
Man.
It
Really is scary.
You gotta take
And not
it
only that he
seriously.
believes it, that people believe in him too. I mean, both are scary.
But you have to take it seriously. I mean, we're all people of faith, like you said earlier, Steve.
Right.
You know, we're all people of faith. That doesn't mean that you don't take the coronavirus seriously and stay home.
Exactly. And Shirley, here's the problem with that statement. If you believe God can heal, but the person you touching don't, we have a problem here.
Yes, there's a disconnect right there.
See,
There you go.
we have
Preach.
an instant problem now. So see, what you can't do, oh ye mighty man of God, is expect everybody to measure up to your level of faith. That's why you the shepherd and they the sheep. But see, the sheep got to be smart too now. Mm-hmm. Because see, you can't, well, if it's the Lord's will. No. The law say stay home. God got everybody staying home for a reason. God allowing this to shut down so we can change some things. See, so you stay home is so you can learn some stuff. You keep going out touching, feeling, hugging, praising. Hey man, hold up, partner. Did you hear what everybody, hold up, somebody sent that text that y'all sent out. That was the best
that's
thing.
what I sent.
They said, Tommy sent the text out. Tommy said, people keep asking, is this COVID-19 thing that serious? Casinos is closed and churches is closed. Yes. When heaven and hell agree on the same thing, it's probably pretty serious.
Yes, let's go.
It's probably
real serious.
doggone serious, man.
With heaven and hell agree.
Dog.
Funny text.
Bro, I said that to a couple people, Tommy, because I said, man, hold up, dog. When heaven and hell, churches and casinos agree,
Casinos are hell.
This has never happened.
dog,
Right.
this is serious business.
Yeah.
Cause you remember when I heard him say that Vegas was closed, I went, okay, this serious now.
It's
'Cause
serious now.
they don't shut their money down.
Yeah,
That's right,
true.
Steve.
That's
you ain't
true.
never heard of Vegas. Vegas? When the last time you heard
Vegas.
Vegas closed? Vegas?
Hold up, man.
As much as we love Vegas,
Hold on. Hollywood?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
right?
I knew we was in trouble when they shut Hollywood down.
Yeah.
And they God out here is
Yeah.
laughter and money. That's they God. Hollywood, man, Hollywood ain't out here for nothing else. If you write a meaningful film, we'll give you an Oscar for it, okay? But, that ain't what we trying to do.
Right.
Sports, NBA, the NBA, shut
Listen
down.
to me.
That's another one. That's another
Major League Baseball has
billion-dollar
not
industry.
started. Closed.
Strip
listen to me.
clubs. Strip clubs. Come
Hello.
on.
Billionaires
Seriously.
own sports teams.
Yes.
When they know we got to close, we have a problem.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like a little confused with the churches. Look, I understand. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say this. A lot of people are serious about the separation of church and state. And they don't want the government, Steve, telling them what to do as a church. They want the government to stay out of it and to
I got
keep
it.
that separated.
I got it,
so
and that's
That's
cool.
why they defy those orders.
Yeah. See, that's cool. But we have this thing called wisdom and understanding. That's in the Bible. The whole book of Proverbs is about the wisdom and understanding. That whole thing is trying to teach you through parables and lessons how to gain wisdom and understanding. And a part of it is you have to understand that nothing is bigger than God, but God gives us medicine. Nothing is bigger than God, but God gives us herbs. Nothing is bigger than God, but God lets us go to school to get educated. Now, we can't take that God give us and then act and throw it in the wind like it ain't nothing.
Your life gave you that, too.
Bruh, if you get COVID-19 and you take it back home and you don't even know you infected,
Come on.
you
Come
can
on, man.
kill someone in your house.
Yes. Yes.
It's like
Who was
this
that just
pastor. Oh,
Steve. Who was that, Steve?
that was me.
That was you? Okay.
And dog, and let me tell you something. I scared the hell out of myself. Let me tell you something, boy.
You was like, Rona? Is that you?
Hey, dog, let me tell you-
Well, I'm
dog,
scared to clear my throat,
dog,
man.
I just coughed and looked around. Ain't nobody in here but me.
Hey, dog. Hey, man, you know how you start rubbing your own thighs?
Yeah.
You know, I'm rubbing both my thighs, make sure. Hey, man, do you know how many times I done gave myself that self-test? You know, they released a thing. I should read it. I'm going to read the official verdict of it, but a friend of mine that works in the Pentagon sent it to me. There's a self-test that everybody should do every morning, and it's a simple test. Take a really deep breath and hold it for 10 seconds. If you can hold it longer, that's fine, but if you can hold your breath for 10 seconds and you feel no tightness, no tickling,
that's a good
you don't
sign.
have to cough. That's a good sign that fibrosis hasn't set into your lungs. And you should test yourself at least every morning. I do it all day. And drink plenty of water.
Yeah.
And these are just simple things.
Yeah. Coming up next, we got to talk about these remedies. Have you guys been hearing a lot of these COVID-19 remedies?
Hearing it, I've been trying them.
Yeah, we got to talk about this coming up next, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann is standing by with today's COVID-19 national news. And of course, we're praying for our neighbors in Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Tennessee. They're all recovering from a catastrophic tornado. Lots of tornado damage yesterday. We'll talk about that at the top of the hour. But right now, it is Monday. And boy, this COVID-19... I mean, you know, there's so much stuff out there. They're almost turning into urban legends now, all these myths and homemade remedies and stuff.
But I'm
Steve.
trying all of them, sir. Let me tell y'all what I did.
What?
I was told if you hold a hairdryer up to your nose, it'll burn the COVID-19 off from behind your nasal patch. I'm just saying. My wife walked in the bathroom. I had that hairdryer on full throttle. I'm like, what
Stupid. Burn off your nose.
What the hell is you doing, boy? They say this will burn it off from back there. She said, you're going to burn all your nose hair out. What is wrong with you?
And singe your facial hair.
Jay, you got one?
Definitely. I heard, now I don't know if it's true because it's right after Easter.
Probably
if
not.
you take pot liquor, straight pot liquor, scoop the greens out so you just want the raw liquor, right? Boil your feet in that. If you boil your feet. Y'all laugh if you want to.
You tried to
did it.
Look, you got to put some chopped onions in there. It's a must. Now, it's not going to work at all. Unless you put some chopped onion, all your feet in some pot. I did it. What you got, Junior? What you got?
And you know what, man? If you get sick of them, you'll try some of this stuff. Because they told me, you take like a piece of a ginger.
Okay.
Put it in your dishwasher.
Yeah.
Let your dishwasher get hot, then open it, stick your head in there, and then see if the steam from the dishwasher go get it right out.
He's going to burn it off.
Yeah, but the ginger got to be in there. You need a piece of ginger.
It's got to be in there.
Yeah, you got to put that in there.
Home remedies.
Yeah,
that
and
we've
don't
been
open
hearing.
it till it get to the rinse cycle. Don't open before rinse.
Out here in
So
these
no
streets.
cascade.
Steam, huh?
Just
Nah,
ginger.
just a steam.
Come on, big dog.
Steve. I know you've
All
heard
right.
some.
Now, what is this again?
This
These
is
are,
COVID-19.
COVID-19 home remedies that we don't suggest you do at home, but they out there.
Yeah. And
They
these
out there.
streets. Yeah.
My uncle in West Virginia, he said, now, boy, this is what you do. Listen to me. Because we used to do this with the flu. Get you some Vicks Vapor Rub.
Okay. Check.
Pack both your nostrils with Vicks Vapor. Just pack it much as you can stand and then inhale hard as you can. Boy, I tell you right now, ain't no damn COVID-19 for you.
Ain't nothing getting through that.
Corona my ass. And you can feel it working.
Okay. Now listen, this take two people, okay? This
You
take
tried
two
this
people.
too? You've tried
Yeah,
this?
but you but you got to be ready. You got to be ready for this. All right, take a light bulb out of his socket.
Okay.
Now you gonna burn
Stick your
yourself.
index finger in there. And then get somebody to turn the light on. And you can shock that COVID right out your ass. I'm just going to shock it right out.
Or worse.
Yeah.
What you got, Junior?
I'll tell you this, man. This involves tape, though. Get some tape and the seeds from jalapeno pepper.
Okay.
Just the seeds, not the pepper.
Yeah, not the pepper. Take the seeds. Put them on some tape. Now tape that to your nostril. Breathe that for 15 minutes. It say the COVID is attracted to the seed. And I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm going to try it today.
Yeah.
I got one. I don't know if it's true.
COVID-19 homemade remedies.
COVID-19 cure. You take some icy hot. Put on gloves first. You got to put gloves on.
Okay.
Get the icy hot, and you smear the icy hot in your underwear. You don't want to jam it up there yet. You just want to get that like a level amount in your shorts, right?
Be smart with this, right?
You don't put too much, and it's got to be leveled off so it's even, right? Put your drawers on and go sit in the backyard. And I will bet you money. I will bet you any amount of money. Now, I'm not going to lie. It's going to hurt.
Okay.
It's going to hurt.
Thank you for being honest.
Okay.
I got one for you.
What you got, Steve?
All right, now this is important. So you got to follow these instructions.
Okay.
Take your blender.
What?
Get your blender.
That you make smoothies with?
Yeah, and take it in the bathroom. Plug it up and get you an extension cord.
Yeah.
Because you're going to sit it right next to you.
Okay.
And go outside and get you three cubes of charcoal.
Okay.
Put some hot water in that blender. Put them 3 pieces of charcoal in there and blend it up. Now that extension cord, bring it over there right next to the toilet. While you sitting on the toilet, drink that.
It's going to shoot right through.
Drink that and clear that right up out of you.
Take COVID out.
Yeah. Make sure you sitting, and you make sure that blender right next to that toilet, because you ain't gonna be able to get there in time.
That charcoal gonna run right through.
God. This is what's circulating in the
Charcoal gonna go
street.
through you so fast, so you got to be in place when that happens. You got to be ready.
In place.
Oh my
that
God.
blender is never going to be used for
But as crazy as
smoothie
this stuff
again.
is, some people are trying some of this stuff, man.
They trying all of it, man.
Tommy tried the dryer. He told you.
I
He
had
tried
that dryer up
I
to
heard
my
the-
nose,
I heard the
y'all,
hair dryer.
full throttle.
Right.
Put the vapor rub in your nostrils.
Just pack it. Pack it hard.
That's going to burn.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
you won't be able to
Well,
breathe through your nose.
Jay say get all that icy hot all in your drawer, nice and smooth.
But sit outside in the backyard.
Yeah.
Why you can't be
Make
in the
it,
house?
make it
with it?
level, right? Make it level.
Even it out.
And here go last one. Take your ice cube tray out your freezer.
Okay.
Lick your tongue out. Stick it on the back of that ice tray.
No.
And then let go with both hands. Now your tongue gonna be sticking straight out, damn near on the floor. Then take turpentine and skirt it, squeeze it in the back of your throat. Just skeet that turpentine in the back of your
Right in the
throat
back.
with that ice tray hanging on your tongue. Your ass ain't gonna have it. I'm
Wow.
Get rid
All
of
right.
it.
Thank you, guys. And no thank
Yeah,
you.
Feel like you're dying, but do it.
Coming up at the top of the hour, entertainment and national news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Pastor Joel Osteen hosted a virtual Easter Sunday service from his church in Lakewood, his Lakewood church in Houston. Tyler Perry spoke a message of hope. Mariah Carey, of course, joined the service and sang Hero as a tribute to first responders. Oh, that was nice. And Kanye West had to cancel his appearance because even though his choir members were going to wear masks and they were going to practice social distancing, Kanye said it didn't feel right or it didn't feel safe. It didn't feel right or safe, he said. So he pulled the plug on the choir's performance. Wow.
Yeah. I understand that.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
keep the
Yeah.
choir members safe.
Safe, yeah.
I ain't mad at him. That makes sense.
Yeah, logistically.
But you can get 100 people on Zoom. You got to work something out, man. Now, come on. You can do 100 people on Zoom. And in real time.
Do they still have those glitches? Did they figure it out? The glitches that they have?
I know.
Zoom?
I've seen some of the glitches, but...
Yeah. With the porn and all that.
I was on a Zoom... let me say happy belated to Will Packer. Happy birthday, Will Packer. He had a whole Zoom birthday party on,
Oh,
wow.
on Saturday.
That's
Happy
what we
birthday,
do. We
Will.
use Zoom. Tommy and I, we use Zoom for the
Yeah.
show. It works.
For your comedy.
Yeah, the kids use it for
So he
school
could have put 100
stuff.
people on there and
Hopefully
he
they
got
all
the
of
choir,
it.
did the song, call it a day. I mean, you don't feel right at home? I mean, okay, all right. I mean, that's what you want.
I've learned some amazing technology stuff.
What?
I accidentally sent somebody a text with the vanishing. It vanishes. Who knows how to do that?
Oh, the effects like the
I mean, you
balloons
send a
and all
message
that
and then no, you send a message. As soon as they open it, it just like
It's
disappears.
gone. They get to see it, but then it's gone.
Yeah, they get to see it, but it just how you do that?
I don't know how to
I
do
heard
that.
of that. I ain't done that.
Yeah, they got that thing where they can text you something, and then when you touch it and it fizzy, it get real cloudy.
You hold down the send button.
I tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
When you text a message, hold it down in all the. I'm telling you, invisible inks, loud, slam, all those show up. So when you text a message, hold that little button down, and what effect you want to put on it will show up.
Wow.
Hold what button down?
Okay, so you're gonna send me
Yeah.
a text.
Yeah.
Oh, the send button.
No, I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. So let's go.
Okay, hold the way the recorder. Just hold that down. Hold that down right there.
Hold
You see
down
how
the
preference
recorder.
shows it?
Okay.
Yeah, push the little recorder. Yeah, you see
I
how
got
it'll
it.
show up and all the little. There you go.
Okay. No, it's
We're really
it's
doing
recording.
this. We're really doing this.
We're really doing it.
Okay, that don't work, man.
Okay.
Because it's two old people trying to give instructions on.
Do anybody
Update
know how to
text.
do
I'm
it?
telling them the right thing. I'm telling them the right thing.
The blue
Try it
up
again,
arrow
try it
up. You
again.
say if you type
Hey,
a
Uncle
message-
Steve, let me tell you something. It take Jay an hour to get on Zoom with me.
He's
I
a
don't know
liar.
why.
He's a liar.
Team Tommy.
Steve, right where you text your message, there's an arrow that will point up.
Oh, the
hold
arrow.
that arrow down.
Yeah,
Hold
see,
the
you
arrow
said hold the
down.
microphone.
He said hold the send button.
Hold
He
the
said
arrow
the send
down,
button.
and it'll pop up the preferences
Oh,
you
I
want
see.
to set. You see
Yeah.
it now?
Uh-huh.
There you go. See invisible,
Okay,
loud,
so now.
slam, all of them.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Tech 101. Thank you, guys.
There we go.
Uh-huh.
Tomorrow
We'll be
we're
right
going
back
to work
to old
on
teaching old
send.
right after these messages.
All right, listen, we're praying for our neighbors in the southeast due to yesterday's tornadoes. Steve, and it's time now to get caught up with the news.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. Good morning, everybody. The United States now has had more deaths due to the COVID-19 pandemic than any other country in the entire world. To be specific, 20,389 Americans have died. And that compares to Italy, which was really terrible, 19,468 deaths. We have more than Italy. Meanwhile, at least 550,000 Americans have tested positive for the virus. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner says there are now 615 new cases of coronavirus in his city. Arkansas saw the lowest number of corona hospitalizations compared to neighboring states. Number of infected people in Ohio now lower than previously projected. This is good news. Hospitals in California have seen a nearly 2% drop in ICU patients. The nation's top doc is addressing disturbing reports that minorities are dying at higher rates than whites from COVID-19. U.S. Surgeon General Jerome Adams breaks it down.
In New York City, Hispanics represent the majority of deaths. African Americans and Native Americans develop high blood pressure at much younger ages. It's less likely to be under control and does greater harm to their organs. Puerto Ricans have higher rates of asthma, and black boys are 3 times as likely to die of asthma as their white counterparts. Only 1 in 5 African Americans and 1 in 6 Hispanics has a job that lets them work from home. People of color are more likely to live in densely packed areas and in multi-generational housing situations, which create higher risk for spread of a highly contagious disease like COVID-19. Let me be crystal clear. We do not think people of color are biologically or genetically predisposed to get COVID-19, but they are socially predisposed to coronavirus exposure and to have a higher incidence of the very diseases that put you at risk for severe complications of coronavirus.
So there you have it. Tornadoes killed at least 6 people as they roared through Mississippi and Louisiana on Easter Sunday. Storms also roaring through Georgia, killing 5 people. Disney World putting 43,000 workers on furlough while the park is shut down. Americans on the other side of that begin to receive those economic relief checks from the IRS. This is the money from the $2.2 trillion economic stimulus package that the Congress grew up and Trump signed last month. It's going into direct deposit accounts. And finally, the mayor of Alton, Illinois, called himself getting tough about his stay-home order after residents complained of a large illicit party in a bar near the Mississippi River. So the police was sent there, the folks were busted, and then an officer had to call the mayor. Why? Because his wife was one of those brought in.
Hey, sister! Can't you read?
Yeah, he said, don't give her any special treatment, guys. But, you know, I really probably think that they probably did. Anyway, just briefly, Chicago authorities are tasked with the same mission. Meanwhile, that officials in New York City area are setting up new places to store the bodies of those killed by the coronavirus or the COVID-19 virus as more and more morgues face possibly becoming overwhelmed. That is Chicago. WBLS, want to get back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show, everybody.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Did you guys watch the First Ladies of Gospel? Please tell me you watched the Clark Sisters movie.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
it was so good. It was really, really, really good.
Yes.
This past Saturday night, it was on Lifetime, Steve.
Oh, my God, it was so good.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it all week that it was coming on. It was really, really good. If you haven't had a chance to see it, please go check it out on demand.
Please.
I gotta see it.
Yeah,
I ain't
you've
seen
got to
it.
see it. It's so good.
It was actually a movie that could have been in the theater, big theater.
Yes,
release. It was just
yes.
that good.
sir.
It was just that good.
Could have been.
Their mother, Dr. Mattie Moss Clark, she was not a game.
We got to shout out
Yes.
Anjanou Ellis.
She is such a
Baby,
good actress. She
She
played that
acted
part.
Hell yeah.
behind.
She
off
played that
in
role.
movie. Yes.
She's such
See,
a good
I
actress.
would have loved to have met the real mama back in the day. I mean, I was there. I was right around. I just-
You were there. You were there.
Yeah, I was. I mean, we were about the same. Yeah, you know, I mean, that looked like enticing right there. That like make love to you and tell you to shut up. Shut up. Okay, all right. I'm
She was
shutting
not
up.
a joke. She was not a game
No,
at
I
all.
liked her. I loved her. And the actress who played her, how do you say her name? How do you
Anjanou.
something?
Anjanou Ellis is her last name.
I told everybody to watch it, and my dumb ass missed it. Man, I was talking
And I
all
meant to
week.
text
Dog,
you,
and
Steve,
let me,
to remind
dog,
you.
I forgot
why
all
you was
about
so
it.
quiet.
Man, I ain't said nothing, man. I sat up and told everybody, man, I got to watch it, man. Y'all start talking about this. I'm so
I
hurt.
started to hit you a text, man.
Yeah. you could
I
still
ain't
watch
doing nothing.
it. Yeah.
Let me tell you
We get
something.
off.
You just
Every
forgot.
time Junior called me, I answer the phone.
Wow.
And it's the highlight of my day because he's doing that.
No, I ain't doing nothing. I'm telling y'all. This is the most unbelievable time I've ever had. I've never had. This is actually, you know what, man? Like this time has taught me so many things, man. I'm serious, man. I did not know. I've been so busy for so many years, for so long.
Yes, Steve.
This has been, I know, look, I know we're in the middle of challenging times, and I know that.
Absolutely.
But this has been, for me, an eye-opening experience. I've learned, this is such a time of ease and refreshment for me that
you get to see
I've
roses,
never
though.
known, man. This time of the year is so busy for me. Now, I don't want to do this all the time.
I know what you mean. No.
But I've really discovered a lot of things. Like I'm technically more savvy. I know how to work my TV. I can go to Netflix without calling nobody. I mean, it's just.
Don't tell nobody.
That's a plus. Oh, that's a
Seriously.
plus. No, that is a plus. That's a plus. Yeah.
Dog, I know how to search for movies and stuff. I know how to work on demand.
All right, J. Anthony Brown in the building with his daily coronavirus timeline. We'll get to that right after this.
Not busy at all. Not busy at all.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Jay, what is this daily coronavirus timeline you have for us, please?
Well, the day is not as busy as we think it is. In fact, we ain't doing a damn thing. Here's the coronavirus breakdown for pretty much everybody, including you, Steve. All right, you get up early in the morning thinking you got to go to work. You don't, so you go back to sleep. You go back to sleep.
Okay.
Turn on, while you're in the bed, turn on some depressing news. While you eat your breakfast and you channel surf. You're going from one channel to another. That's your day.
This is so true.
Then you flip again over to some more depressing news. You figure, well, if it's depressing on this channel, I'm not going to watch. And then I go over there, more depressing news. Then you check your phone. Call back. Don't want to talk to. What the hell they call me for? I be damn. Begging. You check your text. You got that. Then you completely up. If you nasty, you wash your face, brush your teeth, and you take a shower. But you ain't going nowhere, so you might not do any of those damn things. You ain't going no damn thing. You might say to yourself, well, I ain't really going nowhere. Ain't nobody in here but me. I really don't have to watch myself. All right, now you've done all of those things. It's time to eat. It is time to eat again. You ate breakfast. All right, here you go. This is when it really gets busy. Your day gets busy. You look out the window. You see the white people. Without masks. You say to yourself, they crazy as hell. They ain't nobody passing this window with a mask on. Then it just don't make no. I'm sitting in the house with a mask on, but none of these white people who pass it got a mask on. Maybe they know something I don't know. Watch the white people. You watch the white people clean up behind their dog. Now they won't speak to you at all. But they have no problem picking up dog dude. They will not say, hey, how you doing? But they will bend over and scoop that up like nothing. Okay? All right. This day is moving now. Just early in today. You got to watch that Netflix picture you hadn't finished watching last night because you went to sleep. So you got to finish that.
Angel has
you got to get that.
That's important.
Then you're going to call people you really don't want to talk to, but you're going to call them anyway because you ain't got nobody else to talk to because you really bored as hell, all right? You let me call this rascal who I don't like. Then next thing you know, boom, you wake up because you took a nap. It wasn't planned. The nap was not planned. The nap, you didn't plan a nap at all. You're like, oh, damn, it's 5 o'clock. Which means it is time to eat again. All right, time to eat again. All right, you wake up from the nap. You might watch a little TV. Next thing you know, you got to go back to the window again because it's dark. It's starting to get dark. So you got to go back to the window. Weigh yourself. This is the last thing. It's about to go to bed. You want to weigh yourself before you go to bed. You're depressed because you gained weight. It's time to eat again. I'll be damned, you got to eat again. Knock out your last Netflix movie. You wake up, it's morning time, start all over again. That's your day right there. That's it.
Outstanding.
That's it.
Outstanding,
That is the coronavirus timeline.
That's the coronavirus timeline right there, baby. Time to eat again.
That's so true about those naps.
And Jay,
though.
I've actually done some of that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we all. Yeah.
Except for the eating, because I chose the worst time, but actually turned out to be the best time to actually try to get in shape since I was going to be off and I had nothing else to do. So I've been doing intermittent fasting. I don't eat until 12 noon, and my last meal is at 8 at night.
Oh, God, I just started at 8.
Dog, I'm telling you.
Me and you both.
What?
Start.
Tommy, you ain't lying, man.
Tommy be telling me, Carla, don't eat no more.
All right, coming up next, the nephew in the building with the prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. Subject, mo money, mo problems. Wait till you hear this letter. Right now, nephew in the building for today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff? I know it's something
Well,
crazy.
Shirley.
I know it is. What?
Wax that ass.
Huh?
That's the name of it. That's the name of it. Wax that ass.
Wax.
Yes, sir. Wax that ass.
Spell that.
Okay.
WHAXX.
Yeah.
Wax.
Wax.
Got it.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, let's go, Cat.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Owen, please.
Yeah, this is Owen.
Hi, Owen. This is Ramon. I'm giving you a call. We're just confirming your appointment at 11 on Thursday, and I wanted to make sure you're a new client, so we wanted to make sure that you were okay.
Wait a minute. Appointment for what?
You have a spa treatment scheduled at 11 on Thursday. You did receive a spa treatment from your wife for Christmas?
But I don't remember being set up for anything or any appointment.
Well, she's made an appointment for you for 11 o'clock on this coming Thursday. I'm just calling to confirm that you would definitely be in to the salon.
Well, I thought this was like a couples massage or something like that. So what is the treatment all about? What do you guys, I don't understand.
Well, she's got you signed up for, let me look. She's got you signed up for us to actually wax your back and your buttocks on Thursday. And we actually have a special that we have a manzillion, which is a Brazilian.
Wait a minute. Wait.
We have a
this
manzillion.
This isn't for real.
Sir, we have you lined up for an appointment. If you don't want the appointment, please let us know.
Wax my back and my ass. Get the hell out of here. Manzillion? What the hell is a manzillion?
Your wife has set you up for a back and butt hair removal, which is waxing. And what I'm saying is a manzillion is if you would like that, we would remove all the hair from your private area as well.
Yeah, try again, man. There's no way I'm getting my private wax. What, so I can be hairless? Like a no way. Get out of here.
Evidently, if your wife has set you up for this, maybe she's not into all. You evidently have a lot of hair on your back, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'm a hairy guy, but she's never said anything about it. She likes it. She calls me her little gorilla. She loves it.
Well, maybe there's a mix of communication because this is the thing she's asking us to do is to remove your hair.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. And if she's going to have to tell me herself, and there's no way I'm going in to have somebody rip the hair off my back and my ass and my privates. You kidding me? Get the out of here. This is crazy.
Sir, this is a very professional procedure. It won't take long. We'll have you in and out within 45 minutes. But you're gonna
45 minutes. It's gonna take 45 minutes to rip off all of this hair. That sounds like torture. You kidding me?
Okay, sir. You know,
no. I think we're done.
What do you mean we're done? We're not.
I mean, I'm going to tell her to get a refund.
No one's getting a refund, okay? There's not going to be a refund. Now, you're supposed to come in at 11. This is something that she wants you to do.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Listen to me. I am not getting waxed. That's not something a man does. There's no way I'm doing that. If this is for real, I'm going to have a talk with her as soon as she gets home. Because, no.
Sir, right now, you are disrespecting my profession. That's what you're doing.
Okay, look, I'm not. I don't know what this is all about. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but there's no way I'm doing this. All right, I'm not getting it back. No, I mean, if there's something she wants waxed, you can wax her private. That's cool. But a man has hair. I mean,
well, if she
men
made
have
an
hair.
appointment, then she's serious about getting it done.
Yeah, well, I'm serious about not going. So, I mean, I don't know how I can explain that to you. I'm not coming in. You can reschedule it for somebody else. I'll talk to her when she gets home, but that's it.
Well, your wife has paid $200 for this procedure.
What? Did you say $200?
Your wife has paid $200 for this procedure.
Yeah, no. She's gonna get a refund. You guys are.
No, this is
money.
wait a minute, sir. Sir, Owen, this is non-refundable. So there is no money coming back. I will let you know that.
$200 bucks? There's no way. You gotta be kidding me. To take hair off of my back and my $200 bucks?
Sir,
you know what?
This is a very reputable spa here.
I don't care. I'm gonna go to the dollar store and get a pack of razors for $1, and she's gonna do it herself. And I'll give her $10. If she's good, I'll give her a tip, an extra $5, $15. I'm done. I'm shaved. $200 bucks. There's no way. There is no way we are paying that money, and you guys are keeping that money. There's no way. Okay, do you understand? There's no.
No, there's
way.
Definitely not there is not a refund, Mr. Owen. There's definitely not a refund.
Mr. Owen, who the are you? There's no way. And I'm going to talk
I'm
to you about
Ramon. I am Ramon here at the spa, and your wife came in and purchased this wonderful gift for you for Christmas.
Ramon, I don't give a Ramon, listen to me.
Now. You're not respecting my profession. You're acting
Look, I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I don't care about the profession. There's no way. That's robbery. Charging somebody $200 to rip off hair off their body? There's no way. I'm just not doing it. And I'm going to talk to her. She's going to do it herself.
I'm pissed because you're disrespecting my profession and you're not coming in at 11. You were supposed to come in at 11 so we could wax your back and your butt, and now you're saying no.
There will be nothing whacked. I'm not coming in at 11. I'm not coming in ever. She's going to take care of this. So you don't have to worry about it, Ramon. I mean, all respect to you,
refund.
But no.
I need you to know that, Mr. Owen. There is no refund, okay?
I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't even know why I'm talking to you.
Your cousin Peter, have you spoken to him lately?
How the do you know Peter?
Peter got me to call you. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by you just got pranked
out of here. I knew this was there's no way. Idiot. Oh man, he's gonna get it.
I gotta ask you something, man. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Morning Show, no doubt.
Was I stupid enough, y'all?
Yeah, he wanted it done too. He really wanted it done.
I don't know when there's a time that you're not stupid enough.
Touch doing social distancing.
He just didn't want the phone
From a distance,
call.
Junior.
From a distance.
Sound like he wanted it.
Yeah. You can catch this fool and my partner in crime, the T&J Stay-at-Home Coronavirus Comedy Show. Catch us on Wednesdays. It'll always be posted on Wednesday right around 3, 4 o'clock. You catch it, depending on how late Jay is. I have it
There's
up.
2 versions of the show. There's the show we do, and then there's an edited version that I don't never see until it goes up.
Go to my YouTube channel, The Nephew Tommy Experience, The Nephew Tommy EXP. That's my YouTube channel. You can see the T&J Stay-at-Home Coronavirus Comedy Show.
Yeah. It's very funny. Don't get me wrong. It's hilarious.
It's funny. Junior, you were
when
good
I see
too.
it, I'm like, where did that happen?
You almost
got a
quit
whole
over
nother
that.
version?
Jay almost quit over it last week,
It's only
right?
happened one time.
He was
I just
salty.
fixed the
Yeah.
I fixed the glitch, and then I knew something was wrong when I got a text say N-word call me.
Well, you know, glitch rhyme with the B word, which is what you try to do to me.
Oh.
I ain't going out.
Tell the people one more
Y'all
time,
check us out
Tommy.
Wednesday now. Check us out Wednesday, man.
YouTube channel is The Nephew Tommy Experience, The Nephew Tommy EXP. Go to our YouTube channel, and you will see it every Wednesday. It will be there at least 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
All right. Thank you, nephew. Thank you, Jay. Coming up, this strawberry letter today. Subject, Mo money, Mo problems. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, time now for today's strawberry letter. And listen, if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your strawberry letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We will be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one today.
Pop it.
That's for you,
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, mo money, mo problems. Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 56-year-old man with lots of swag, and I've had fine women all my life. 8 years ago, I decided it was time to get married, and I found a good woman to settle down with. I've always fooled around with lotto and bought scratch-offs, and a year ago, I got lucky and won $800,000. My wife and I retired, paid everything off, and traveled a little bit. My wife's 26-year-old niece is in culinary school, so we hired her as our personal chef, and she came 3 days a week to cook. My wife volunteers at a senior daycare most afternoons, so I was left home alone with her niece when she was cooking. The niece is slim and fine with long legs and a nice butt. We talked and sipped wine while she cooked, and whenever she left, I'd give her a nice tip, and she'd give me a hug. One day, the hug turned into a kiss, and the kiss turned into sex. She initiated it, and after that day, we had sex several times a week. She was real freaky, and she always wanted to do it in the kitchen. I got caught up, and I started giving her a lot more money. This made me feel like the old player that I used to be, and I was not thinking straight. This girl had been filming us having sex over and over again. In the beginning, she told me she likes to film herself in the kitchen so she can use her cooking videos for extra credit in class. Well, now she's demanding that I give her $50,000, or she's telling my wife. I can't move this much money out of our account without my wife knowing it. To make it worse, I can't fire her without my wife questioning it. I haven't slept in days, and I'm a nervous wreck. How am I going to get out of this? Please help. Okay, first of all, you're going to be broke if you keep spending like this, okay? You won $800,000. You and your wife retired. You paid off everything. You traveled a little bit. You have a personal chef. You give her extra money after she cooks for you. Okay, that's a lot going on there. But besides that, why did you do this? Why did you get involved with your wife's niece? I don't care how slim and fine and how nice her butt was. And you're asking us what to do? I don't know what you're going to do. I mean, yeah, you really did get caught up. Just like you said, because she made you feel like your old player self. Okay, so you used to be a player. You had lots of swag. You got all that. You had lots of fine women. But you risked it all your money, your marriage, everything for this? I mean, and really all she wanted was some of that $800,000. You thought she wanted some of the old player you, huh? She wants $50,000 to be exact. The problem, as I see it, if you pay her off, what's to say she won't come back for, like the title says, more money? Because how many videos of you guys does she have? I mean, she taped you guys a lot. So she probably has them stashed somewhere. They're all on her phone, whatever the case. She has a lot of videos, and how do you ever know if if she won't keep coming back asking you for money? I mean, this is craziness. You're right. You can't take that kind of money out of your account without wifey finding out. You're in a mess here, and I really don't know how to help you. I wish you had asked us before, you got busy with your niece-in-law, your wife's niece. Then we could have really helped you and told you don't do it. But now, what? We can't help you, Steve.
Boy, listen to me, sir. Old player, your ass in a lot of trouble, dog. I done been in a lot of spots before. I ain't been in this one. You, boy, you in a situation.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, man, let me start by saying this. While you open the letter, you set yourself up. I'm a 56-year-old old man with a lots of swag, and I've had fine women all my life. It wasn't but 8 years ago you decided it's time to get married, and I found a good woman to settle down with. I've always fooled around with Lotto, and I thought you was going to say something else right there,
Yeah.
but I've always fooled around what you should have said, because that's what really happened. I've always fooled around. Let's just stop there. And then you surprised and said, with Lotto, bought some scratch-offs, and a year ago I got lucky. I won $800,000. My wife and I retired, paid everything off, traveled a little bit. Then your wife's 26-year-old niece in a culinary school, so y'all hired her as your personal chef. She came 3 days a week to cook. My wife volunteers at a senior daycare most afternoons, so I was left home alone with my niece. She was cooking. Niece is slim and fine. Yeah, boy. With long legs and a nice butt. Yeah, boy. Yeah, we talked and sipped wine while she cooked. Yeah, boy. And whenever she left, I'd give her a nice tip and she'd give me a hug. Here what the problem is right here. This nice tip you gave her, you was testing the waters then. You was flexing and playing Big Willie. You already paying her, so what's the extra tip for? She ain't coming for 3 days a week. Okay, player, when I come back, I'm going to go and read you the rest of your rights. Your ass in trouble.
Oh, yeah. All right.
In trouble, boy.
We'll have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, mo money, mo problems. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's get back into this letter. Let's recap. Mo money, mo problems.
Oh, we can see this letter coming. 56-year-old man tells us at the top of his letter that he got a lot of swag and he done had fine women all his life. Way to set us up, partner. You got another one seemed like too now. 8 years ago, you decided it was time to get married and you found a good woman to settle down with. They've been all over the place, dog. You was just a player. I've always fooled around. It's what he said. He could have stopped right there and put a ... but he kept talking. He said he fooled around with Lotto and bought scratch-offs. About a year ago, I got lucky, won $800,000. My wife and I retired, paid everything off, traveled a little bit. Then your wife happened to have this little 26-year-old niece that's in culinary school. Y'all still playing Big Willie. You hired her as our personal chef. She came 3 days a week. Now, let me tell you something. I don't know how y'all spend $800,000.
Yeah.
But if you 56 and you got $800,000 and you hiring personal chefs and traveling, dog, I don't know what fund you didn't put this $800 in, but could you please call me, partner, because you spending right now. How everybody quit on $800? Dog, you ain't but 56. Dog, have you thought this out? So, dog, if at 50,000 a year, in 10 years, 500,000 going, you ain't but 66. Y'all must be planning on dying then. I mean, anyway, maybe you got some more money, but that ain't the story. Anyway, your wife volunteered at senior daycare, so I was left home with your niece when she was cooking. Niece is slim and fine. Here we go. And that's just how you like them, too. Remember, you like fine women with long legs and a nice butt. Yeah, we talked and sipped wine while she cooked them. Whenever she left, I'd give her a nice tip and she'd give me a hug, which means you couldn't wait to give her the tip because you wanted the hug from the long legs and the nice butt and the fine girl, because that's what you used to. And you've been fooling around your whole life because you just wanted to get married 8 years ago. Your ass was 48 before you gave it up. But it was still in you, it was deep in you, wasn't it, doggy? One day the hug turned into a kiss. The kiss turned into sex. That's usually how it goes. You don't usually have sex, then start kissing. I got that. She initiated it after that date. Now, let me tell you why she initiated it, dog. Because these big tips you was giving her, and then that hug that you was hanging on to extra, she 26, she know what that is. I got this old fool. Okay, so she initiated it, and we had sex several times a week. So she had to initiate that every time. So, and then she initiated, and she was real freaky, and she always wanted to do it in the kitchen. So now, you know, you in there on a cutting block and stepping in drawers and everything, got dish towels everywhere. I got caught up and started giving her a lot more money. See, now listen to this. He said that this made me feel like the old player that I used to be. No, it didn't. Start giving her a lot of money made you feel like the old player you used to be. No, giving her a lot of money made you feel like the old sugar daddy that you are. Say, make you feel like the old player you was. When you give a younger girl a whole lot of money for sexual favors, you a sugar daddy, dog. You ain't the old player no more. You a old fool. You a sugar daddy. But the sugar got too good to you, and this made me feel like the old player I used to be, and I wasn't thinking straight. This girl had been filming us having sex over and over and over again.
Wow.
Now, in the beginning, she told you she liked to film herself in the kitchen. And wasn't y'all in the kitchen?
Yeah.
What was you thinking about? How you didn't get that damn phone, dog? How you didn't get the damn phone? You got caught up. Well, now she's demanding I give her $50,000 or she telling my wife. Woo. Now here come the old player. I can't move this much money out of our account without my wife knowing it, which means the player he used to be and the old sugar daddy he is now entrapped. So now he ain't talking about I ain't giving her nothing. All he's saying is I can't move that much money out my account without my wife knowing it. To make it worse, I can't fire her without my wife questioning it. I'd rather fire her and have my wife question that than to her sit up in here and start rolling tape.
She gonna do it anyway.
Now here this fool go, I ain't slept in days. I'm a nervous wreck. How am I gonna get out of this? Please help. Pimp, you can't. See, Pimp, there is no get out of this. See, you're in a quandary. So here's what you got to do, partner. You got to sit the niece down and you got to explain the situation, the problem you in. That I cannot move this much money without my wife knowing. I just can't do it. You're going to have to say that, all right? Then you're going to have to beg her. Your punk ass going to have to start crying.
Crying?
Yeah, that's all you got.
On cue.
All right.
And all you got is tears. And when I come back,
money.
I'm going to just finish a little bit more of this when we come back. Just a little. Ain't much, just a little bit.
Okay. All right, and then Junior's here with a new poem, too, coming up in 46 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Steve had a little more he wanted to put on the strawberry letter from this older gentleman who got into a bit of trouble with his wife's niece.
A lot of trouble.
This boy is sleeping with the girl.
blackmailing
His wife's niece is in culinary school. She fine. He an old player. Used to have got a lot of swag and always been around fine women. Well, he been paying her money and tipping her and hugging her every time she leave. His wife volunteering down at a senior home. He in here just acting a damn fool with his old stupid ass. Now he done got caught up, and this made him feel like the old player that he was. I had to remind him, this don't remind you of the old player you was. This reminds you of the old sugar daddy that you are, because that's all you are now. Now the girl is trying to embezzle him, extort him out of $50,000, or she telling my wife. Now you scariest. Now you say I can't move this much money out of our account without my wife knowing it. To make it worse, I can't fire her without my wife questioning it. I ain't slept in days. I'm a nervous wreck. How am I going to get out of this? Please help. All right, Pimp. Here's what you got to do. You got to throw yourself on the mercy of the court. You got to beg and plead with the girl. That's all you can do. Shirley got it dead on the head. If you give her the money, she still got the tape. How your old ass ain't get that phone first day, I'll never know. I don't know how caught up in this thing you was, but you got to be the biggest damn fool I've ever seen. Now you finna lose your wife. You finna be back out there and find out how big a player you are. Now let me tell you something, how big a player you ain't. When your wife find out, she gonna divorce you. And it's gonna create a ripple through the family. The $800,000 that you had, which I don't know how much of that you got left, but more than half of that's gone. Cause soon as your wife find out, she gonna take all that damn money. Your ass just finna be an old broke ass fool. And you just sit up here and quit your damn job. You're going to have to go back down there and get your damn job back.
Talk about throwing yourself on the mercy of the court.
You going to have to go back down there and get your damn job back. Because you done retired too damn quick. You damn fool.
William, you back?
Bruh, and it's nothing we can help you with.
No.
Me, Tommy J, Jr., we ain't got nothing for you, man.
There's nothing we can do in this.
Bruh, ain't nothing we can do. Dog. We ain't got nothing for you. Ain't giving her 50 ain't gonna work because she gonna come back for another 50.
Yeah, she is.
You might
Well, you could do without
Because once your homeboy goes, bruh, there ain't nothing I can
Hey,
do.
man, all you can do, only thing he can do is go in there and just say, tell her. Just go ahead and tell her. I don't give a damn. I go in there with you. Come on. That's the only shot you got. Problem is, she 26 and she gonna walk her ass in there and she gonna put it on social media. Man, your ass in trouble.
Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. Check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. All right, and Junior's up next with his Easter poem at 20 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, you have one more piece of advice you want to add to the old player in the Strawberry Letter from earlier.
This is the two things he can do that can get him out of this immediately.
What?
It's 2 tests you need to go take.
Okay,
Number one, you need to go down there and test positive for corona.
Yes, you do.
You need a positive test more than
First thing you need right now, you need a positive corona-19 test. The second
You need
test.
Corona 20. You need it strong and Steve. You need 20.
You need 20. The next test you need is to test positive for Alzheimer's. You have got to test positive for Alzheimer's. You got to come in there and not know who that girl is tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got to quit.
You got to go to
quit
the clinic
recognizing
and say,
your wife.
Alzheimer's. Yes.
You got to
play it
You
again.
say, I would like to get Alzheimer's and COVID-20 before I leave here today. Okay. That's what I need.
You need to walk in that house and not recognize your wife tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Don't know who the hell she is.
Yeah.
at all.
Every time she touch you, snatch away.
Who you?
Immediately.
Who this Harper?
This is all you got, bruh. This your only chance. This your only chance.
He got to test positive for COVID-19 right now.
Yeah.
COVID-20.
You got to get that test tomorrow. Now, this is what you do. They got these online applications. They got these online tests you could take for COVID-19. Test it, fill it out, and get you a red stamp somewhere that say positive. Stamp it your damn self.
You do it.
Come in there, boy, and I'm talking about get as much fine phlegm and pack it in your damn lungs. It's your it's your only chance.
Yeah.
Start peeing on yourself. Right while you talking to you. Start peeing on yourself.
Yeah. That's it.
Lose all control of everything.
Yeah.
And don't let it dry. It's got to be fresh. When you walk in there, it's got to be fresh.
No, do it while you talking to her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
But as you drinking your coffee, just drink and pee. Man, it's all you got, dog.
You got to.
Dog, listen to me.
And Steve, don't notice the pee till she calls it out. She'll say, "Are you peeing on yourself?"
And then you say, "Hell no." Hell no, I ain't peeing on myself. What's wrong with you? And who are you? Ain't nobody took for pee on me. And just
You're way out of it now.
Yeah, this is your only route out.
Yeah. And roll with it, man.
Still has the
Leave it.
tapes. She still got
She got the tapes, but that's at least he can have that. I wasn't thinking. It wasn't me. I don't know who the hell. See, I forgot I was married any damn way. That's why I was sleeping with him. He got to go. He's
what?
Shirley, this man is in so much trouble.
I know this.
Seriously, we have nothing for him. He
I
can
know.
try all
Yeah,
this.
we can't help.
Everything worked but the truth.
Yeah, once we see this footage, it's a wrap.
Oh,
hey man, if you
She's
catch
26.
if you catch her giving that phone to your wife, you need to dive out your front window right away. You just need to bust out the glass, dog.
You ever got to get that phone?
You need to get that phone is what you need to do.
Yeah, man.
Just burn the whole house down. That'll get that phone.
As she give it to her.
Burn it to hell with that. The hell with that house, Shirley.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
He got money. He got money. He'll get him another one.
You got insurance?
He got about $20 left if he does all that out of that $800,000. All right, thank you guys, I think. Coming up, we'll talk about Diddy's virtual dance-a-thon for the coronavirus relief at 20 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Diddy's virtual dance-a-thon for coronavirus relief. It was big this past weekend. Diddy danced virtually with his ex, Jennifer Lopez, and her current fiance, A-Rod. I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not dancing with my ex.
I know you guys were going to say that.
No,
A lot of celebrities checked in, including Oprah, who donated $1 million. Yes, I had my finger in my mouth when I said that, my baby finger. Puffy got his team. Team Love Dance-a-thon fundraiser raised money for healthcare workers on the front lines of the coronavirus. I love that information.
Right. Wow.
Yeah. And he's got up to like 90,000
cause.
viewers. Yeah. I mean, really good. It was really trending.
With my ex. I'm sorry. Video or Skype.
For a good cause, even if it's for a good cause, Jay.
I would walk her ass across the street for a good cause.
Guys, be nice.
Okay.
Be nice now.
What I wouldn't do.
I'm not dancing with your new fiance either, though. Put J-Lo back on.
Well, he was in the back. She was dancing.
Oh, I thought
She
he
was
just
dancing.
got on the camera. What the hell is you doing, dog?
He was there, but she was in the front.
He's always there. I love that.
Yeah, I know. A-Rod be on the scene.
He knows.
Yeah, Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble, they checked in, donated. It was big.
It really was. Yeah.
Cute idea.
All right.
Good cause.
Good deal.
We'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show and some trending news coming up at 33 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Jay, what is this daily
Yes.
coronavirus timeline you have for us, please?
Well, the day is not as busy as we think it is. In fact, we ain't doing a damn thing. Here's the coronavirus breakdown for pretty much everybody, including you, Steve. All right, you get up early in the morning thinking you got to go to work. You don't, so you go back to sleep. You go back to sleep.
Okay.
Turn on, while you're in the bed, turn on some depressing news while you eat your breakfast and you channel surf. You're going from one channel to another. That's your day.
This is so true.
Then you flip again over to some more depressing news. You figure, well, if it's depressing on this channel, I'm not going to watch. And then I go over there, more depressing news, more depressing. Then you check your phone, call back. Don't want to talk to. What the hell they call me for? I be damn, begging. You check your text, you got that. Then you completely up. If you nasty, you wash your face, brush your teeth, and you take a shower. But you ain't going nowhere, so you might not do any of those damn things. You ain't going no damn thing. Well, ain't nobody in here but me. I really don't have to watch myself. All right, now you've done all of those things. It is time to eat again. All right, here you go. This is when it really gets busy. Your day gets busy. You look out the window. You see the white people. You see the white people without masks. You say to yourself, they crazy as hell. They ain't nobody past this window with a mask on. Then this don't make no. I'm sitting in the house with a mask on, but none of these white people who pass here got a mask on. Maybe they know something I don't know. You watch the white people. clean up behind their dog. Now they won't speak to you at all, but they have no problem picking up dog dude. They will not say, "Hey, how you doing?" But they will bend over and scoop that up like nothing. Okay? All right. This day is moving now. Just early in today. You gotta watch that Netflix picture you hadn't finished watching last night because you went to sleep. So you gotta finish that.
Angel has
you
fallen.
gotta get that.
That's important.
Then you're gonna call people you really don't want to talk to, but you're gonna call them anyway because you ain't got nobody else to talk to because you really bored as hell. All right. You like, let me call this rascal who I don't like. Then next thing you know, boom, you wake up because you took a nap. It wasn't planned. The nap was not planned.
Coming up, it's the last break of the day.
It is the last break of the day.
Hey, man.
What the hell with it, man?
Hey, man, what is your jumpy ass doing?
Are you scared about something, Jay?
It is the last break of the day.
That's how you do it. Coming up at 49 minutes after the hour, Steve Harvey's closing remarks as well.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are. This is the last break of the day.
It is the last break of the day.
That was better. Okay.
That was better. That was nice.
Just cool.
Yeah. Last break of the. You go a little fast right there. But anyway. Anyway.
Right.
It's been a good day. You guys were funny today. Crazy funny. That strawberry letter. My money, my problems.
And you know what?
Well, ain't nothing to do now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Once we hang this up, we just go on in there.
Back to quiet.
Just go on
Man,
back in there.
Yesterday, Unc, I went outside and knocked on my door and then came back in and answered it. There's nothing to do.
Who was it, Tommy? Who was it?
It was me.
Hey, Tommy. Tommy, you don't know what I did? This for real. I kid y'all not. I sat outside and watched a trail of ants and was just as interested.
Just fascinated.
I mean, and had built up a whole story of where they was going, where they had come from. Because, you know, there was a 2-lane highway system. It was a row going and a row coming. And I was just fascinated. They went off into the grass, so I couldn't track them. Cause you know I don't, my tracking skills don't go with ants through grass.
I'm with you, Steve.
I don't know if they just went in a hole underground, but I couldn't find them no more. But they went straight across an entire little section over out in the backyard, and I went out down. It was interesting.
They building something.
This is what I did. This is the absolute truth because I had nothing to do. I tried to wet up a crow with the water hose. They are fast as hell. You can't get them. I'm trying. I'm trying to get one, man. But you can't get them, man. They fast, man.
Hey, y'all, listen. In this COVID-19 time, we just have to keep stressing to you the importance of this time that we're going through. First of all, let's just be aware of something. It's not just happening to you. This ain't. I know there are some people, not all of you, but there are a lot of people going, "Oh, woe is me." Well, it's "Oh, woe is us." It's "Oh, woe is everybody." Nobody's enjoying this, but you can find some enjoyment in it. I mean, if you understand what I'm saying. There's some family time in it. There's some closeness that can be had. Look, I know it's some negative points to this. Got it. But if you're going to sit here, it's in your smart and your best interest to try to find the positive in it. You can find the negative in anything. You know, I complain so much about how tired I was all the time. Man, I got to work. I got to film this. I got to tape that. I got to do a retake for this. I got to go over here for that. I got to do this. I got to do that. And I just complained about it to the point where I'm sitting here now and I'm not that busy. And you mean to tell me that I have the nerve to complain about that too? When
I could very easily, as I've decided to do, take this time and think of it in a positive way. As bad as it is out there, and we are in a situation, admittedly, a very challenging situation, there is some good in this. There is a blessing in this. There is something that is coming out of this that will benefit you, but you have to be a person that looks for it. You have to be watchful. You got to live your life in expectation. I expect a blessing to be on the other side of this. I expect to come out of this better than I was. I've actually put some things in place to ensure that. You know, God gives us choices here, everybody. This thing, this pandemic that's global, it is worldwide. My friends that I talk to in Botswana, my friends I talk to in Ghana, my friends I talk to in South Africa, my friends I talk to in the UAE, my friends I talk to in the Bahamas. This is global, man. This affects us all. It's not just you. But you have the power of choice. You can decide how to view this situation. Now, if you want to sit there and be miserable about it, I can't believe we in this house another day. I know the kids is on your nerves. I know you didn't feel like being no teacher. I don't blame you. I'm not in that situation, but I don't blame you, and I get it. I understand. But find the positive. Find the light at the end of the tunnel. Look for the benefit of this. So since you work all the time and you're always busy, take advantage of this time of ease and refreshment. Take a time in this to connect with your family, to become more spiritual, to get in shape. Do an online workout course. Do something. Learn how to cook more. Go outside and get that grill out. Try some different recipes on the grill. Do something. Turn it into pot. Take your son outside. Teach him how to grill. Your daughter how to grill. Do something, man. Some activity, man. Together. There is an upside to this, but you have to look for it. Live your life in expectation. God is a good God, man. He really is. God has something for those who live their life in expectation, who are hopeful. God got something for us all, but we got to believe that that's the case, and we got to look for it. And also, before we get out of here today, our good partner, Ryan Cameron,
colleague,
our fraternal radio brother. Ryan Cameron needs your thoughts and prayers. He's in the hospital. He doesn't have corona, but he has another condition. And our prayers and thoughts go out to him and his family, that Ryan Cameron will get up and be just fine. We're praying for you, brother. You one of the best dudes I've ever met in radio, man. I've known Ryan for a long time, man. We praying for you, brother. Godspeed. You'll be fine.
Works.
That's our prayer. Prayer works.
Oh, yeah.
Prayer works better than anything.
In that thing.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.